because that's what this practice is all about. See you on the mat. We start by finding ourselves in seated position, whether it be on a chair, whether it be in a simple cross-legged position, like so, kneeling as well, or even propping yourself up on a pillow like I am, or a bolster. Whatever works for you. This is just a chance here before we start some movement to just reconnect with yourself and just transition from where you've come from, and if you've been busy or stressed, or if you're holding any tension, if you're feeling a sense of overwhelm, this is your chance just to sit, realign yourself and connect back in with yourself. So just sitting nice and quietly, softly, let your face soften, let your eyes close, and just place one hand over your heart, one hand just low, deep low on your abdomen, so just a little bit lower than your belly button. And I just want you to close your eyes and just feel your breath as you breathe in. So the breath enters in through the nostrils and just makes its way down to the back of your throat. Follow your breath down, down past the ribs, past the heart. Go deep down, past the diaphragm, down into the abdomen. You want to fill your belly up with air on the inhale and just let that bottom hand push away on the inhale. And then on your exhale, just letting it all out. Let go of anything that you don't need. Just feel all of your worries, all of your tensions just disperse. So inhaling love, exhale anything that you don't need. A few quiet breaths here, just checking that you're comfortable, your spine's nice and straight, and just take a moment to thank yourself for being here. Inhale, expanding the belly. Exhale, releasing tension, releasing stress. Let it all go. It's not needed here. Sinking deeper down into your pillow or mat or chair. You might even hear the rain that's on my roof at the moment. It's pouring rain, and it's just a beautiful day for checking in the physical sense as well as the emotional and spiritual sense. One more deep breath and release. Just opening up your eyes. I'm just going to give the wrists a little bit of a move, circular motions, just back and forth, round, clockwise and then anti-clockwise. Giving shoulders a bit of a roll. Just drop your chin to protect your neck. Check your face is soft, your jaws nice and released. Jaws relaxed. Tummy's free. And rolling shoulders forwards. Bring the arms out in front. Just bring the tops of the hands together and moving the elbows away from each other as they bend. It's a bit like reverse breaststroke movement of sorts. See it back the other way. And lifting your arms up. And keep your hands together, or if it feels better, you can separate out the arms. Just whatever feels more natural to you. Drop the chin slightly, lifting your shoulder blades up, lifting the spine. Just feel the sides of your body lengthen, feel the length, feel into it, opening out and bring the arms in, rounding out your lower back and just opening your palms out over your knees. And then placing your hands in prayer pose at your heart center. Drop your chin. Nice deep breath in through your nose. Close your eyes. Nice and slow. We don't need to rush here at all. This is your time and this is your connection with yourself. So now we're just going to shimmy off our pillow or chair or whatever it is that we've been working on. Just move it to the side. And now we just go into come to lying down on your mat, drawing your knees in towards your chest. And I just want you to imagine that you're not only hugging your knees in towards your chest, but you're also giving yourself a big hug. So you really just imagine that you're giving yourself the biggest hug as you're rotating on your lower back here, just doing some really small circular movements, anti-clockwise and then clockwise. And just letting your chin tuck in slightly to protect your neck and releasing your arms back. Just let your feet be about hip width, the soles of the feet on the mat. And then bringing your arms back. Just having your hands, palms facing down, and see if you can find the backs of your heels with your fingertips. And then once you do so, just check your feet are hip width and the toes are pointing in slightly. Check your position, and we're just going to come up into some very gentle bridge position, bridge lifts here. So just bringing your palms together, arms upstretched towards the ceiling, and then slowly pressing down, feeling the connection of the soles of your feet onto the mat, and then lifting your hips up just as high as you comfortably can, and releasing down. Lifting up on your inhale, let your chin tuck in, look up towards the ceiling, and release. Lifting up and release. And up and release. You just want to create a nice flow here. You just want the movement to be ongoing. It's up, inhale, and down. Up on the inhale, and then down on the exhale. And then bringing arms out from the shoulders, drawing your knees in, tucking your chin in, and then slowly just moving your knees from side to side. Don't worry if they don't come all the way across to the floor, just as far as they come is totally fine. Back to the center and then over to the other side. Try and keep looking up towards the ceiling. Try and keep your opposite shoulder on the mat, or just in the direction of the mat is fine. Back to the first side. Feel the release in each twist, and to the other side. And then bring soles of the feet onto the mat and rolling completely over to your right hand side. Slowly making your way up, and then just coming into sort of onto all fours for cat-cow positions. So just checking in that you're in the middle of your mat or so, or roundabouts, and then just checking that your hands are in line with your shoulders and that your knees are in line with your hips. And then slowly just connecting into the mat, just with your palms of your hands, just gently gripping the mat with the fingers, just tucking your chin in, and then pressing down into your hands as you round out the upper back, neck nice and free and heavy, look between your legs. Then release, chin up towards the ceiling, chin into your back. Exhale, rounding out the upper back. Exhale, release, chin up to the ceiling. Just working with your own body, with your own breath here. Nice slow movements. And feel your tummy as it lengthens. Feel your chest as it opens. Feel your heart. Connect with your heart. And your breath. Just like the bridge position, just trying to keep this all flowing like one movement. And then coming back to neutral, we're going to tuck our toes under and lift up into downward facing dog. So first of all, we're just going to take this nice and easy on ourselves. Coming up, lift up, you've just got even weight through your hands and your feet. Come right up into the balls of your feet. And then releasing heels down with the exhale. You can come up onto the fingertips here too. If your legs are a bit tight at the back, you can also bend into the knees if you need to. So this position, it should be nourishing. It should feel like you're lengthening, that you're not overstretching. Just moving into downward facing dog in a loving way. Bending into the knees. If you're feeling any tension on the backs of the legs, you might even just want to do a few sort of running man type movements where you bend into your knees and coming up onto the balls of the feet. Just helps to lengthen the backs of the legs, particularly if it's a cold day. And then if you're feeling confident to do so, coming into the full position, chin tucked in, let the neck be nice and free. Moving your rib cage back towards your spine. Lengthening here. Couple more breaths. And then looking forwards, and we're just going to come into a lunge from here. So just bring your right foot forwards into a lunge. The option here is to bend this knee down at the back if it's a little too stressful, if your legs are shaking, just bend the knee at the back. It's no problem at all. And then just putting one hand on top of the other, looking forwards if you can, and opening up the heart, opening up the chest by lifting your arms up, looking up if you're okay to do so. Opening up out the arms and coming down, and we'll change sides. So bringing your front foot now to your back foot, coming back through downward facing dog, looking between your legs and And the other side. So left leg forwards, chin lifting, rounding out the upper back. Taking the option if you need to of knee down to the mat. Otherwise, coming right up onto the ball, that back foot, and then one hand on top of the other, rising up. Just be gentle with yourself. Making sure you're not feeling any tension, you're not feeling any pain. Yoga is not about feeling pain or tension, it's just about developing connections with yourself and others. Back into downward facing dog. Now I'm just going to walk the hands back and we're going to release forwards here. So if you can't keep your legs straight, then bend into your knees so you can get your fingertips on either side of your feet. Drop your chin, let your neck and head be nice and floppy, like a rag doll. Release your head, face soft. Breathe into your belly. You might want to take a grip around each elbow here and just releasing. Sitting bones push forwards, backs of the hands come together as you slowly roll your way up. Looking up towards the hands if you're feeling okay to do so, you're not too dizzy. And releasing down. Coming into the center of your mat. Your head's being chopped off. Sorry about that. And just widen your stance and just want you to bend your knees, feet are pointing outways, and just gently straightening into each leg here. Oh, there goes my thigh, just cracked. That needed to happen, obviously. Back and forth, back and forth. The beauty of yoga when you move in a flowing position, just bring one arm up and over, up and over, is that you can really just move and flow with your own breath, in your own time, in one continuous movement with your breath. And when you can do this, it just takes all the tension, the stress out of, feeling that need to achieve. All you need to do here is just open your mind, open your heart, and just bring the love back in. Just let it come in. Conditions need to be right. The less stress that you're under, the better. The more that you connect with yourself, the better. Okay, I'm just going to try and move my screen so that I can be seen standing up. There we go. And what we're going to do next is we're going to bend into our knees, tuck our tailbone under, make sure you can still breathe into your tummy. And then we're going to do first 2 fingers and thumbs, rolling your shoulders in, one arm comes under the other, opening up, bend into your elbows, lifting your arms up, and coming forwards. One more time, rolling your shoulders in, one arm comes under the other, opening out, bend into your elbows, lifting up, and releasing forwards. One arm comes up and one arm comes down, lifting into the top shoulder blade, leaning over to the side if you can. Both arms come up and then changing sides. So lifting to the top shoulder blade and over. Then we do a gentle twist, so elbows are bent, fingertips almost touching but not, and slowly twisting around. Tuck your chin in and then release the arms out. Let the wrist be nice and free. Back arm comes under the front arm, elbows wide, then to the second side. Chin in, release out your arms. Back arm comes under the front arm, elbows wide, palms come together, come to your heart center. Straighten into the legs for a moment. Nice deep breath in through your belly. In through your nose, let the belly expand. Feel that expansion like a little baby Buddha. By breathing this way, it can help to firm your core, not the other way around. But first, you've got to learn how to really relax in your belly and just let the air fill up down here first rather than up here. The more that we can breathe into our bellies and practice diaphragmatic breathing, the more love we can let into our bodies, because we're allowing our bodies to breathe a full breath instead of a half breath up here. So this is another little beautiful movement as well for developing that connection with yourself. So you don't need to bend your knees as deep as I am. I'm just doing it so you can see my top hand. So bending your knees, and then it's as just imagine that you're holding one of those big fit balls. You want to pretend like you're holding one of those fit balls without holding one, and just bringing one arm up, one arm down like you're holding it, and then move across your body. Just keeping your feet on the mat for now, and then when you get across your body, changing sides of the hands, and then moving across the body again. And then changing the direction, changing the side that you're holding the ball, round across your body, and nice and slow, bring your attention to your fingertips. Feel the nourishment. You can feel the nourishment in your abdomen here as well. It's like an internal massage for your organs. It's just beautiful. This is a movement that Simon Borg-Olivier taught me. He's from Yoga Synergy. His amazing techniques are really, really helpful in developing that connection with yourself, that loving connection in the way that we do our yoga. So there we can speed up a little bit if we want to. You can bring the feet sort of closer and keeping the knees bent. This is sort of like Tai Chi movements as well. You can lift up one foot at a time too. Just come onto the ball of your foot. And making sure you're keeping your belly nice and free so that you can still breathe into your abdomen. Arms over the head now. Breathing in. And then both arms coming up, straightening into your knees, looking up towards your hands. And down. Coming together with both feet now into Tadasana. So inside edges of the feet are touching. Palms are together at your heart center. Close your eyes. Feel into each leg. Feel whether there's symmetry or not. Are you off balance on one side more than the other? Take a moment to check in. Nice deep breath into your abdomen. Hopefully your body's starting to get warm now without your heart necessarily racing. So that's a beautiful aim to have with our yoga practice, is to warm our bodies up without feeling like we've just run a marathon or been screamed at in a gym class. That's not the intention of yoga. It's to just reconnect with yourself. Bend into your knees, try and keep your heels grounded, and then we'll bring the arms up, so into Uttanasana. Bend deep. It's like you're coming into a sitting in a chair, keeping your arms outstretched, so just in front of your body, look between your hands. Coming a little lower if you can. Looking just graciously between your hands and coming back to our prayer position. Close your eyes. Feel your body. Visualize the cells in your body as they're slowly starting to wake up. If they've been in a blocked area of your body, once they open up and the energy channels can be opened up as well, then the love finds it a lot easier to enter into your body. So we like to open up the energy channels, open up the cells, just encourage the cells to talk to each other. Just coming down onto your mat now. It's going to bring our left foot comes in. We're going to bend our left knee, bring our left foot in towards sort of the groin area, like the inner thigh, just pressing against the inner thigh, and straightening into your right leg. And then just pressing into the fingertips, the tips of your fingers, just twisting your body slightly, so it's going to come over your right leg, and then lifting up, so lifting your arms up and releasing down. What I want you to do, if you can't get your chest to your thigh comfortably, is to bend your right knee until your thigh can touch your chest. That's a way of working towards releasing in this posture, but it's also safer. So if your thigh can't touch your chest, then you need to bend your knee. Releasing the head. Keep breathing into your belly. Check your belly can breathe. Your face is soft. And coming up. And then we're going to just bring our left hand out, so palm down onto the mat. And then if you can, I'm just going to get you to lift up your hips and open into your chest. So just expanding, letting this top arm come over your head, lifting up, keeping the legs where they are. Looking up towards your hand if you can. Breathe into your belly. And coming down, changing sides. So now we've got the right foot coming into the inner thigh. The left leg is now extended out to straight, and then we just push into the mat with the tips of our fingers to lengthen into the spine and just twist over. So you're twisting across your left leg now, and then bending into the knee if you need to get your chest to your thigh, and then hands on either side of your leg and gently walking the hands down. Okay, dropping the chin, releasing the head, and feel the release. Slowly coming up, placing one palm out, just a little bit away from your body. Other arm comes up, and then lifting into your hips. Looking up towards your outstretched hand. Feel your chest opening. Feel your hips as they're opening, lifting. Feel the neck as it opens up and releasing down. Now we're going to just come into Baddha Konasana. So I'm going to bring the soles of the feet together if you can. We're going to interlock the fingers as well and just wrap them around the feet. Let your knees just fall away from each other and lift into your spine. So lengthen your spine. Try to breathe into your belly. You know, there's a lot of things to think about. Just if you can either do one or two, just watch me and follow me, and you know, don't stress out about the instructions. Sometimes we can give too many. Breathe. Can my belly breathe? Ask yourself the question. My belly breathe. Am I calm? My face soft? Relax your pelvic floor muscles if you can. And bring your hands behind your back, coming up onto the fingertips. And just using this different movement, just changing movement, straightening into your arms, lifting your chest up. Breathe in through your nose, close your mouth, and let the belly expand. Let the knees just fall away from each other. And release. Back. And now just bring your feet out slightly from your body. You can also, if you're finding it tough to stay in this position, you can also just come out, just bend your knees and have soles of the feet on the mat or the floor, and then just falling forward. So I just want you to come forwards. It's just a release. So you can either stay in Baddha Konasana and do this if you know that you can do this comfortably and it's not going to cause you too much tension, or alternatively, soles of the feet onto the floor or mat, releasing forwards. Drop your chin, drop your head. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe in the love. Feel the connection, find that connection. Exhale. Let the breath do the work. The way we breathe can help us connect to ourselves and can help us to also increase the love that we bring in for ourselves. So just by the way that we breathe, it can come in and it can feel free to come in. If we're breathing in our chest a lot, if we're sort of like over breathing with short breath, then it restricts. It can be really restrictive for sort of allowing that softening in our body that then opens us up to the love that we quite often are yearning for. So breath is best, really. It's a great it's just the way that we can breathe can open up our energy channels so much more and can allow can just let the love in, just let it in. So we've just done a few positions, movements today that can help to encourage that deeper connection with yourself, that loving connection. I really hope that some or all of it has been of some benefit, and just remember that you are exactly where you need to be right now, and you are worth your own love as much as you love to give so much to others. You deserve to give yourself the same loving attention that you do to others. because it's very easy to forget about ourselves, and yoga daily yoga or even regular yoga can really assist in this process of ensuring that we're looking after ourselves and loving ourselves just as much as we love all the beautiful people in our life. So thank you for sharing this session with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself.